We've cut off Russia's government from Western financing. It can no longer raise money from the West and cannot trade in its new debt on our markets or European markets either. Starting tomorrow and continuing in the days ahead, we'll also impose sanctions on Russia's elites and their family members. They share in the corrupt gains of the Kremlin policies and should share in the pain as well. And because of Russia's actions, we've worked with Germany to ensure Nord Stream 2 will not, as I promised, will not move forward.
So let's put aside the question of why you would ever want to shut down any energy pipeline anywhere ever, especially now. Crude oil is nearing $100 a barrel. It's the highest price since 2014. That's not a small thing because you need energy to live. It's not negotiable. So how does having less energy help the United States? Joe Biden didn't even hint at an answer to that. He didn't answer any questions. He ran away the second he had finished reading the script. Back in real life, every person knows nothing will tank our economy faster than cutting off the supply of fossil fuels, because despite what you may have heard from noted energy experts like Sandy Cortez, a country of 340 million people can't run on windmills and solar panels. And even if we had enough of those, which we don't have the transmission lines to get that power to your house. And we won't for a long time. So that's all a lie. But don't worry, says Kamala Harris. The administration has ways of fixing the spike in energy prices. They've got it under control because it turns out Kamala Harris is secretly in charge of global energy markets. No, just kidding. Harris has no idea what a barrel of oil costs. She doesn't know how natural gas is measured. What she knows about is diversity, and that's pretty much it. Though she does sense that everything is about to get a lot more expensive for you, and so to warn you, she mentioned it today.
The president has already said Americans will be facing some economic fallout or some hardships. Can you explain to Americans what exactly will they face if this happens?
Sure. As the president talked about in his speech, we are aware that, again, when America stands for her principles and all of the things that we hold dear, it requires sometimes for us to put ourselves out there in a way that maybe we will incur some cost. And in this situation, that may relate to energy costs, for example.
So what are the principles we're defending here? We're defending a regime that has arrested their main rival and shut down opposition media. What principles at stake here, apart from rewarding the Biden family's patron? But at least she's honest enough to say what's happening in Eastern Europe, quote, may relate to energy costs. That's a euphemism for good luck filling your truck this August. Does that bother Kamala Harris? Maybe it does in the short term. Voters aren't going to like it in November. Their party will be punished. But they're doing it anyway. They're shutting down domestic energy pipelines here. They're picking a fight with Europe's biggest gas supplier. So maybe there's something bigger at work here. Maybe they're thinking long term. Maybe they're not against rising oil and gas prices. Maybe they're for them. Maybe expensive energy would be good for the many renewable deals their friends and donors are invested in. We don't know the answer. We do know that all of us are about to suffer. So we hope that hating Vladimir Putin was worth it.
Hey, Sean Hannity.